right. So on this, sorry to kind of switch gears, but I like to stay somewhat productive on some stuff. So we'll go through the Shadow. With this one, the glass needs to be replaced, but for the most part, it's just pretty dark overall. I really haven't had a chance to completely shop this one out. As far as the ramps and the rings, I've got a few random parts that we will end up replacing on this one as well. Kind of going through this game, you can kind of see like the ramp definitely has some funky damage. We'll pull the glass here in a second, but we'll get these replated. The ring, one of these rings actually got flipped. It's this one, if you can see it. Kind of hard to see, but it actually got turned around because it broke. So I have a replacement ring. Nice. Yeah, how'd you like the color changers in the modes? I'm sure it looks pretty sweet. Yeah, I've got some spotlights and stuff, so we'll go through, and I've got the back glass replacement. So let's go ahead and pull the glass at least. I actually don't know what error we were dealing with. Huh. Oh, just in the mode start. Okay, I gotcha. Alright, so what do we have? $31. 55. Edge switch go. Alright, so I just jotted those down quick just so I have them. Yeah, and I think I might have disconnected the battle mode. It's the yellow target back here, and I think I thought I disconnected it for whatever reason. I think that one had it's got that, I can't remember the number of the coil, but it had the kind of the rattling noise on the coil. You can see, geez, I needed dust. And I think my placement when I have this table, I'm gonna run into problems. Shit. Hang on, glass. Rearranging stuff. Sorry, just 1 second. I'm really curious on that coil message. So we are going to have a look. And we are going to hit. hang on. Thought I just heard something click, but yeah, and I actually have it disconnected. Alright, so if we look... What the fuck? Oh, I'm hitting the button. It's like, what the hell? Yeah, I can see it's actually disconnected. Let me find a spot for this light. So this coil and the switch are both disconnected here and here. And I think, if I remember correctly, this coil was chattering, the release coil. So I think I have the replacement now, but I think I had to order it. And I wasn't sure if it was a switch issue or what, but I think it was just causing like a, and it was just kind of like it wasn't actually dropping or releasing, it was just causing it to chatter a little bit. So we'll take a look at that. But yeah, it's disconnected now. That's why we're getting the message, so that makes me feel better. For the most part, this one's done instead of individual lights on light boards. We'll shut that off, but for the most part, yeah, this one won't be too bad when we actually come through an LED to clean up from the lower end. You know, no real subway pieces or anything like that, so it should make the underside and, you know, insert lights fairly simple. There's not much, you know, in comparison to this one, so we'll go ahead and drop this back down. And this one will be easier than our Addams Family when we get to that one. I kind of hate working on Addams Family. It just, it's terrible to get to. So we are going to hit this camera again. All right. As far as, I'm going to actually take this off this because I really can't stand. You come up with a better mobile camera piece here, but for the most part, you know, we got some kind of nasty ball trails that we can clean up in here. It's got the black rubber, which needs to be replaced. You know, kind of all over, even on the slings. I like the idea of the purple star posts. That'd be a great color to do this. Obviously, you know, the targets aren't the same. One of my dudes broke, the Mongol dudes. The base broke, so we'll have to see what we can do with that. He's a guy that sits over here. You can actually see he is off. I have him. And then the ramps, I don't know if you can tell, I mean, they're just kind of funky. You know, we can try to clean these up or get them replated. And I have new, sorry, whoops. I have new ramps as well. Because these are spot welded. You can see that they've been spot welded before and held in place. I mean, not something we need to replace, but I think something I'm going to. I have them, so why not? You know, this exit ball guard guide was welded. This ring is the one that was broken. So it looks like it broke from the mount, you know, which is back over here. So the mount broke, and then they drilled it and then put it on this side because the symbol is supposed to be facing outward towards the player, and it is certainly not. So I did find a replacement ring. I had a lot of these rings out, and I put some LEDs in. I did an LED conversion with resistors, so we'll have to kind of clean that up a little bit. But for the most part, you know, things look okay. Okay. Sitting in test too long. Upper playfield looks okay. It's just really, really super dark. And I play with my lights really dim. Kind of not even on full, just a couple clicks over. So we'll have to add some LEDs. I think I have an LED strip for this back area here. which we'll do on the back of the battlefield, which should light this area up. Hopefully not reflect off the front here. I did do the brick wall. Just got some stuff from the craft store and changed these to red instead of orange. Was one of the things that I did on a quick wipe down on it, and just got sick of staring at the black. They make a sticker for that, and the lanyard brick looks okay. You know, I do have some Sanctum wear. It is a little pitted. I mean, it doesn't do anything to the ball yet, but we probably will not fix that on this pass through. We'll leave that for another time. You can see the start scene light is out, so I'll have to do that. Doug, the ball trails we'll actually try to clean up. So I don't like using magic erase right away. A lot of times, if you just you know, start to wipe this, you know, with some alcohol initially to try to do it. Sometimes like Novus 2 can, but any type of, you know, like abrasives on the playfield, you can do some, you know, you can tear through the clear. I mean, you should have plenty to go through. So we should be able to get that cleaned up. The one thing that I am not happy with is there's like a funky spot right on this tail or this headlight. I'm not sure what it is, but it's kind of like almost like a slice or a cut into the playfield. Looks like I took a knife and caught it. Kind of weird. I don't think there's a screw anywhere near there, but should be minimal there. But for the most part, relatively clean. For those that are MGC, this is the one that had the transformer blow out and smoke the entire game hall. But I have replaced the transformer and wired it correctly. So we'll play a game on it first and just kind of see how it plays. From what I remember, it plays fine besides the drop area. I mean, once you hit it with a ball, it'll drop. I mean, you can see the brick walls not registering back up, so that switch kind of gets funky sometimes too. So, all right, let's get the camera back mounted here. Alright, so let's slam tilt. Alright, so let's do a quick gameplay on it. Yeah, do you know any of the flipper codes? I do not. Yeah, I've done the pulling the with the Easter egg, and I know there's a couple times when like you get the shadowy wave on the DMD when it kind of goes across. It makes some formations, and if you pull the trigger at a certain time, it will do something. You know, the Mongol, if you don't complete that, you can hit the trigger.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit.
Doug, I would not do any sort of lacquer on it. Lacquer will yellow after a while. It won't happen initially, but you'll notice. I mean, if you ever see, like, obviously if you've dealt with lacquer before, if you leave it, you know, off to the side and you kind of let it have some air after a while, it'll have kind of a yellowish tint to it, and it will do that. So I would not do that. You can get clear, like eyedropper clear in, and let that dry. You have to be very, very careful. Sometimes that melanine foam stuff you can use, which is like a magic eraser. I was helping my wife do something, so this isn't one that I've actually used on a pinball. This is for some other random stuff, but I have one readily available. But you can sometimes attack like these areas, and it should clean up those trails. You just have to be really, really careful for any sort of paint transfer. I mean, this is, you know, got clear on it, so you should be fine for a little bit. You know, a lot of times I get ball trails, and we'll redo, like, kind of the spots where you won't really see it too often, but like these metal guides, I'll go through and I'll actually regrind these rails down. I did it on my Judge Dredd, which you've ever seen Judge Dredd. It has a huge metal rails going through. The whole game's metal, basically. It's a giant pain in the ass, and I regrained all my guides. I didn't actually like polish them, because what happens is the ball will actually polish it. You can see like this one line here where the ball has polished it by tracking on the metal guide. But this upper part shouldn't look like that, so we can clean that up, and the opposite side looks the same. So we can get this cleaned up fairly well. You can see that this exit up in here, it's gonna be kind of hard to see, but you can see right in here how shiny it is, and it kind of tracks down. The light's probably messing with you a little bit, but just some of the different things that we'll focus on. We're going to just focus on probably LEDs right away, and then working on getting any of the issues fixed. And then we'll actually, right when we're going into ramp plating and then getting these plated, that's when we'll focus on some of the other issues and start taking it more apart. So we're gonna go for Vengeance right away. I don't know how level this game is since I moved it. Super loud with the glass off.
Big sound here.
Do we get it? I don't think we got it. And no glare, just super loud. Oh, get up there. This ball looks nasty, too. Grab the ball. We had Vengeance, but we didn't do anything with it. Oh, fail.
The Shadow knows.
Nothing. We got a match at least. The rest of the game was terrible. Alright, we're gonna go for Vengeance again. Yeah, that brick target's not going up. The game should compensate for it. So it did lock ball 2 and it gave me the next ball. I'm having problems hitting that on the go through. could feel better. I mean, I feel like they're really clunking. Not hitting that upper loop either. Alright, I'm on the battlefield. Oh, wow. Bad job. Really botching these con shots in the lower too. Too worried about the stupid triggers. Still haven't played this game in a while. Oh no! Get up there. Not hitting much here. Oh, fail. Alright, well that's enough fun with that. Yeah, it seems to play relatively okay. Definitely needs to have flippers rebuilt, so we'll add that to the list. Let's go ahead and change what we got going on here. I think it's 94. All right. So we've got that set. Let's go ahead and pull the balls again, and we are going to start to pull some of the boards underneath. We're gonna focus on the LEDs first. Maybe. I don't know. I guess I haven't really made my mind yet. Which is obviously kind of backwards because I normally do those last, but. Alright, game off, balls out. Alright, just updated the stream title and name. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and start pulling some of these rails off to kind of clean up the playfield. We're going to add some wax. Yeah, Elky, man, I was surprised to see you here so early. Thanks for stopping by. So we're gonna pull some of this stuff off just to kind of see what we're dealing with here. The big thing, that the goal, I guess, is to get to the center area of the playfield. I mean, we could just throw wax here and clean it and try to do some stuff, but we should probably change, you know, these lights as well. I'd like to attack this ball trail here, so we'll see if we can get that up and cleaned up. We're going to replace the black rubber as well from the game. You know, just kind of funky. Needs to be replaced. So instead of working on one game, we're going to work on 2 games and totally destroy my basement. I do have new plastics, the CPR reran ones for this. I'm not sure if I've got plastic protectors or not, but we'll probably go through and do those too as well. We'll see what kind of color posts we're going to do. I don't know yet. Don't know. I have not done any vids yet on Flight 2000. I talked about it in my last one. If you watch, I think it was the first actual teardown one that I did for. Oh wow! Don't want to lose those. Jesus. Where I actually tore down the Addams Family. I got new plastics for this too. I'll replace. Yeah, Flight 2000 is a fantastic game. The story that I told on the last stream with Flight 2000 was I actually got the game, was kind of beat up and in that planet area, kind of over in this corner and in the center here. I had some wear, some pretty bad wear, and somebody put 2 pop bumper Mylars, like half and half, like the half moon ones, and they spun them and I don't know what they did. They kind of did this to the playfield, and it was really kind of weird. They just kind of threw them on the playfield like that. And it looked like complete garbage. It was dirty underneath still. They just did it to protect it from causing more damage, which was great. But, you know, still definitely had an impact on play and just looked like garbage. So the story goes is basically I was going to a pinball tournament, and one of my friends, Doug, actually, was doing the Trilogy beer, probably from Pinside if you guys pay attention, but he actually was going to do the new Trilogy beer game out of Flight 2000s, and he was going to sand and strip the playfield completely down. So he offered to trade me my Flight 2000 playfield for his before he sanded it. But he was on a kind of a time crunch. He wanted to get started on it. So before I went to this tournament, it was kind of like a last-minute thing that I needed to hurry and get the game completely stripped and tore down prior to going to this tournament. And I had the top end somewhat apart, but I didn't have the bottom end at all. So I had to go through the game and take apart the entire bottom end very, very, very quickly. So I had the playfield up, and I was just ripping screws out, like just pulling them out of the bottom of the playfield, and the screws are hitting the bottom of the cabinet. The wiring harness is half hanging, and it was literally a rush because I only had like an hour, hour and a half or so. I don't remember exactly the time frame, but it was very limited time to get this game playfield completely removed because he was going to swap me this semi-better playfield, which in my eyes, probably for the mess that it caused, probably not worth it. But really, I mean, it did have more art, and it's going to take less to restore that way. So I ended up grabbing the cabinet from him. So I've got another cabinet for the game that's brand new because he wasn't using the cabinets. So he gave me the cabinet, and then I got the other playfield, and we swapped playfield. So he took mine, which was pretty bad, and sanded it down and was going to make his new Trilogy beer game. And then the other playfield that I got, I haven't really done much with since then. I was cleaning it up, and I just kind of stopped. So that's a game that we'll go back to. It's just one of my project games in the back. Let me get these plastic guards out of the way. The optical bracket. And it's got the paper on there so it doesn't hit. It's like taking stuff apart on stream, apparently. Alright, we're going to come back down. Got those plastic guards off. I'm going to drop these targets. I'm going to get new replacement targets for these to color match, and I'll kind of come up with a theme. You know, the yellow looks really good here with the windows. I'm actually not sure what's original. I think it's yellow, to be honest, but we'll check and see what will work best. I've got some spot towers, the ugly spot towers we'll put on here, but it'll help brighten up the game. I don't know what the hell this is for. Yeah, we're going to have a busy little pinball thing here. I kind of go in spurts on this, but this is a game that I've wanted to shop for a while. It's needed it, I just haven't gotten to it. And go around as I'm ordering parts, but we'll flip back over to the Addams family. I'm going to get that cabinet probably up there Friday. So we got that. So that pulls the ramp and the plastics. You can see the plastic's cracked up in this top corner. Oh, so that was like a kind of extra plate there. I didn't even realize I had that to add some weight for that ramp, would be my guess. Or somebody added that because it started. Actually, looks like maybe somebody added that. I don't think that would be original. Looks like it broke. Somebody glued it and then put that there as a backer so it didn't break again. Weird. Black rubber off. Yeah, Doug, that's exactly what it looks like as a crack repair. I thought maybe it was reinforcement for that ramp, but I kind of doubt that, actually. I think it's actually for the crack on the... I'm just going to get a plastic tray so I can kind of keep track of some of the stuff here. Alright, so that ramp's going to wind all the way across. We're going to focus on this lower area here quick first, and then we'll come back down. The goal here is to remove most everything from... Oh, putting stuff in pockets. I don't know where I got my nut drivers. Just to remove most everything off this lower end. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Doug. Really appreciate you chatting. Definitely, most Wednesdays is when I'll be streaming. I'm going to do a couple random stuff here and there just to get some stuff done. So thanks for following, and we'll catch you later, man. Later, sir. Thanks again. Alright, so we are back down here. And we'll pull these bulbs. Just toss them there for now. We're going to ghetto this. Use the right tool. Too lazy to go grab it. This game is going to play completely different with a fresh coat of wax on here. track out there. I don't understand that. Pull these little black rubbers out. Out. That's where that Mongol dude broke. I don't understand how that happened, but probably a ball strike or something. Gross. Alright, we're just going to start taking apart some of these ramps here. Oops. Alright, so we got that off. And this off. So we'll have to break that zip tie down. This plastic is completely chipped and melted here. I'm gonna try to get the Mongol dude off. He's not coming off. Got some funky marks in here too. Okay, that whole thing's turning. Alright, let's focus on these. So this will drop under, out. Wow, I'm having a problem clamping this. Alright, so we're going to remove these two, take this clip out. Alright, almost got this ramp out. I'm just going to see if it connects to a flash or anything like that. Just really drop in my...
Hang on.
Alright, so we do have a flasher. Just kind of set that up. And that is going to be... I'm actually going to spin this way. noise. Oh, the maze of ramps. Alright, so we got a light under there we're gonna disconnect. So let's see where we got this light coming from. We go through this hole. Ramps everywhere. Oh, how the hell this got in here? Alright. That'll be fun to weave back down into that hole. Alright, we gotta clip that. actually hit that with some blue electrical tape. I don't know why they would just use black. So we just got 2 of the ramps out. Got this one, which was actually weaved in with this clip with a light, which is kind of odd. And then right to the end here, blue electrical tape to the actual piece here. You can see that these are really need some work. So we're gonna get those polished. TSR, what is up? Yeah, we are, yeah, we did some of the cabinet, but then I forgot a putty knife because I was going to pull the side rails off on my Addams Family, but I can't find it. So instead we decided to get the cabinet up and got it all, everything out. It's actually right there. So we've got literally everything out of it. And now we just started working on the Shadow. We were shopping this out. Got the lower end part taken apart. We're gonna try to get some of this ball trail out, and then I'm gonna get these ramps plated. They're really crappy looking. So we're gonna do that and get new. I got new diverter ramps, so we'll get those added in. Got those plated, and then like swap out mismatched targets and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, we've got some work to do on this one. So main goal though is to kind of clean the play field, get it waxed up. We're not going to spend a tremendous amount of time on this, but just do a quick top end shop. Probably rebuild the flippers, and then get some new rubber in, and just kind of fix some of the issues it has. I do have new plastics. I don't know, depending on, some of these are pretty beat up. We might swap those out too while we're at it. So might as well if we get the ramps replated, but we'll see. And we're going to kind of bounce between the two projects because we're going to have a lot of waiting around for parts and various bits. So how you been playing Fallout 4? I got some time into it and I still need to play more. Yeah, this is another zip tie job with the light over here. We're going to cut the zip tie. Try not to hit the wire. I don't know what's up with this blue electrical tape in here, but it's driving me nuts. Nice one way to pull those plugs. Surprised this one's not tracking the ball. There's actually a zip tie right here. And up we go. Hang on. Kind of hard to see there. I'm going to go ahead and remove the wires going up to the upper part of the play field from the lower part here, and we're going to feed these back through. Ah! Looks like a plastic guard here. So that's for the ring. For the ramp switch, I cannot get to it. There we go. So we've got this ramp out, and you can kind of see it needs some TLC on it because it is not looking so hot. Alright, we're going to try to get this one ramp out, and then I might call it here. We'll see if we can get this one out. I don't think I detached. Alright, so now I'm just going to pull this ramp off over here. Quick. I think I'm done lifting the playfield. Let's move this back over a little bit more. Got another screw hidden behind here. I think that's actually it. I don't understand this blue electrical tape. It's like you didn't have black. Black, the most common color. It's like you almost have to go out and seek blue. It would look really good in an accent the playfield. Black. Get some blue electrical tape. That will really throw everybody. Alright, so the ring is out and set. So we're going to pull this. I don't know if this one's clear. There we go. This one might have to stay in place. Hey, there you go, you're back. So to say bye. I don't know if I don't think we're gonna be able to get this out. I don't see a way to navigate this without taking the diverter ramp off, which I'm really not interested in doing tonight. I just don't see this come out. We've got it loose. I mean, it's ready to come out. It's just not going to twist and conform around. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go. It looks like the whole Battlefield plastic would have to come off. Oh, okay. How goes it? It's been a while, huh? I don't think that has ever been done. We just lifted the upper playfield out. Yeah, this one, I've been working on my Addams Family. We've got the whole cabinet taken out. So we've got the whole cabinet completely disassembled. The playfield's out, transformer, whole 9 yards. We're going to get a brand new cabinet. So I was going to pull the side rails today, but I did not have, or I could not find my putty knife, which we're obviously going to need to hit up. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait to do that portion, but we're going to do that later this week because I want to get that up to get the cabinet replaced. So then we kind of went, and I've got some LEDs for the Shadow. I've got new diverter ramps for both sides, so we're going to go ahead and swap these out. This one is okay. I mean, this one's got welds all down the side. It's been hit out before, so we're going to get those all replated, and we're going to replate the ramps. So we just lifted the upper playfield to get this guy, and this guy should come out now, I would think. We are pretty much clear. switch is kind of right on the edge. Yeah, so this one, by the time we do the LEDs and stuff, this one is just really, really dark. Was dark in the whole area by the... Sweet. Thought we had it. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not caught up in here. This is dumb. It's really intertwined here. Alright, so... you can just kind of see this has got some really funky grime and almost kind of, it's not really rust, it's just oxidation on it. Looking weird, but you can actually feel it too. And it's on the ramp itself. So we're gonna get these replated. So we just pulled all the ramps out of the game, so we have those, so we can send those off. I'll have to take some of the switches off and stuff and get them. But now we're actually at a point where we can actually start cleaning. And if you look at the playfield, hold on. It's quite dirty, so I don't think like this has ever been lifted. I mean, you can actually see like the light bulbs back here are completely dark or chromed out almost. Bad bulbs. So we'll go through and do this. You can kind of see this was obviously an overseas game. You can see the corner there, the bracket is all rusted. You know, for the most part, it's pretty good. We'll regrain the ball guides in this. We're going to do a complete top-end shop on it. I don't know. We're not going to be able to do... There's just some sanctum wear that you can kind of see. I mean, it's indented a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be much we're going to be able to do with that. Now, at least. I don't know, I'll probably regret not doing anything, but we'll see. But we got cracked plastics, chipped and stuff, so we'll go through it. This game, I actually was just playing it earlier tonight. We played a couple games on it, like 2 or 3, I think, before I started taking it apart. It works. The drop target here for the upper playfield, this is disconnected. I think it's got like a chattering coil in it, so we'll go through and fix that. But everything else seemed to work pretty good. We got a couple lights out, like start scene is out here, and we're gonna completely LED the game out and make it brighter. This is one of those games that in my basement, when I dim the lights down and kind of how I play on my games, this one's really, really hard to see. It's a fun game. It's just, I don't know, kind of a pain in the ass because I can't see anything. But this game will actually be not too bad to shop. I mean, this playfield, I really like this mech here on how that goes up and down. So this was a game that I got a couple years ago at MGC, and I didn't really do much to it. The transformer was blown when I got it. It was the one that stunk up the game hall. Very, very stinky game. But it was an overseas game. I don't think it was wired correctly, and then blew the transformer. So yeah, well, yeah, it needs to be cleaned. All black rubber everywhere. Just kind of gross. Yeah, this is one that I kind of wiped down the center and just kind of did this area, and I didn't really shop it. It was more of getting the game working and playing it than shopping. I mean, I left all the black rubber still on. I mean, you can see the ball track mark here. Just nasty. I mean, you know, just stupid stuff like this switch, red to yellow on this side. Obviously not matching and not original. So we'll get those. You know, even the ramps. I mean, you can kind of see, you can hear the metal flap, the blue flap or whatever. I mean, it causes the ball to do some weird things when they're trying to go up the ramp, so we'll replace those. So, yeah, it'll just be a kind of a nice little thing to clean up as we're waiting for Adam's Family, because we're going to be doing that kind of both at the same time, so it'll be a little chaotic, but I don't know. Why not? I'm going to pull this off while I have it. Yeah, definitely time to shop now. It was one that, you know, if I bought LEDs for it, so I figured why not. And this one was going to be easier to get to because it's right next to Adams. Adams, I've got the IPB playfield, so I have a brand new playfield for it, plus another spare. The IPB that I got, I just had extra clear added to it and some touch-ups done. I should have that. I'm hoping to get it in the next week or two. It's done. It's been done. I just need it to meet up with Neo when it's, I guess, convenient for both of us with the holidays and everything else. And then the cabinet, I'm hoping to get dropped off here this week yet. So if I drop the cabinet off, I'm not in a rush for it by any means, but it will be a little bit for the cabinet because I'm getting a brand new cabinet made. And then we're going to put new decals on it, new side rails, new coin door. So we'll just kind of chip away at that as we go through. I haven't bought the side rails, I haven't bought the coin door, I haven't bought really any of the cabinet replacement bits. So we'll have to go through and spend some money there. And then I'm going to work on the top end as well, so because we are doing the swap. So that we will be focusing on Adams quite a bit in the coming streams, just because it's going to need a lot of work. So, but this will be one that we'll work on kind of in the middle if we're ever waiting for parts to come in or whatnot. So. I like this. I've never actually worked on this game before. It's pretty sharp. Pretty easy to swap LEDs and lights up there. Never knew that. We'll put this bracket back in though, so it doesn't go flying. Yeah, so I don't have an exact timeline for Adams DSR. I think we're just gonna, you know, kind of chip away at it and take our time. Obviously, you know, as it progresses, it will be one that that we'll want to kind of chip away and get done. So, yeah, this game this doesn't look too bad. I mean, I just did Demolition Man and Judge Dredd, and those games back to back were absolutely brutal to do together. You know, Demolition Man from the ramp maze, the plastic ramp maze, and just somewhat chaotic, and I completely LED'd that one out. And then Judge Dredd is the one that I actually did first, and I regrained all the metal ball guides. So all the metal in the game, I regrained going all the way through, and there's just a lot of metal in that game, so it took a lot of work to get that one kind of back up to where I wanted it to be. So I don't know how much. We'll have to take apart the diverter portion on the bottom, so I think we'll do that on the next stream here for this game. And then I think we're going to get some star posts, replace those. Could clean them, and then we'll we'll drop basically everything in this area, and we're going to really focus and attack this area kind of hard and try to get some of this cleaned up. There's some kind of hard to see from that angle, but there's some ball track. You can kind of see it in here. It's like a funky, almost like somebody took a knife. It's kind of hard to see in the light, but almost like a cut mark right there. But this ball track goes all the way through the game. I mean, it's literally everywhere. You can see it. It goes all the way around here, all the way down. You can really see it in the grays. It's very apparent. So we'll try to get that cleaned up. You know, the sanctum wear. But, I mean, the balls were kind of gross, so yeah, it just needs to be, this is what needs to be done, so not worth putting it off anymore. Yeah, in comparison though, I mean this should be relatively fun compared to what I've done as of late, and you know, the purple and green accents and everything else that we can do to this is going to be really, really sharp. Owl was in here earlier and he said that he did purple star posts, which I think will look really, really sharp there. But yeah, you can see it just needs to be cleaned. It's just gross. I got new plastics too, so that'll be something fairly sharp. And this is one that I kind of wish I could get cabinet head decals. I don't think it's this side so much. That's bad. It's more of the other side over here. It's just it's got like somebody like tried to scrape it or something. I don't know what happened, but I don't know. This is one that's way, you can't really see it in my collection. I got games surrounding it in the wall. So yeah, we got the replacement back glass and stuff too as well. So should look really, really nice when we get through it. I don't know how much time we'll spend. You know, obviously there's a mark on the side of the cabinet here. I don't know. Maybe we'll do some blades or something. I mean, this one's pretty tight in here. It doesn't look like there's a lot of room, you know, in comparison to where the wood is and stuff. So we'll have to look and see if what was catching here and whatnot. But we'll see. I'm probably not gonna get too picky with this one. This one, I mean, if you look at the inserts, I've never really seen it. It's almost like an insert kind of plank to it. Haven't quite seen that. I don't know if you can. Trying to find a good example of one. You can kind of see this jackpot if I catch it in a certain light. See, it's got like almost wear on the insert and the arrow. It's really hard with the light. So I don't know. Wax will help this game quite a bit. So, all right. Well, I think this is where I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna get I don't know. Maybe off stream I might pull these two, or at least pull the diverters out. Depends on how quick I am. I'm gonna have to kind of clean up those ramps. So I guess we'll see what happens. And I'm thinking that if I can get that cabinet, I might do another stream. If I can get that stupid putty knife. If I can't find it, I'm gonna go buy one, and we're gonna take apart these side rails. We're gonna have to pull this whole metal, so we'll have to come up with a putty knife all along the side. We're gonna pull the side rail off so we can get an accurate measurement. We've got the rest of the cabinet completely tore down already, so we are pretty much good to go from that aspect. And then get a new cabinet made, and then hopefully, if I can meet up with Neo, we will get the new playfield, and that will be fun because I mean, it's an IPB, so I'm sure there's gonna be spots where we haven't aligned things or drilled, or we could run into some mess. So we'll see. But yeah, this one we'll have to clean up a little bit more and stuff and see what we can do. The shooter lean is just terrible too. Ugh, look at that. Gross. Just nasty. So, all right, well, I'm going to cut it off here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to shoot quick. And if not, we'll be back next Wednesday for sure. I might throw a random one in there. I'm really trying to keep to the Wednesday schedule because before summer got kind of away from me, and I just kind of stopped altogether just because it became more of a hassle. So I'd really like to keep the Wednesday schedule, Wednesdays, every Wednesday. Pretty much we're going to stream outside of any sort of holiday travel and outside of that, but we're gonna keep plugging away here, and a lot of more repair streams because I've got a lot of work to do. We'll mix in some pinball there too as well. So outside of that, I might do one quick for the Adams cabinet. Like I said, we've just got that apart, and it needs to get those side rails pulled off. Unfortunately, I didn't have that putty knife, so it just was not going to happen tonight unless we really wanted to damage those rails, which I prefer not to do. So we'll go ahead and hopefully try to do there. So yeah, DSLR, man. Obviously, you're following already. I mean, just click the notify when the broadcaster goes live or whatever. Really appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. Hopefully, you're enjoying Fallout. I know you were into that game before, so hopefully you're playing the new one. I am not very far, so that's one that I'm trying not to watch any sort of streaming on it whatsoever, and trying to avoid websites for spoilers and all sorts of stuff. I really got stuck on some of the building settlements and stuff, so I got some wicked settlements. So we'll see. But once we get into there, maybe we'll do some game stuff too as well. But focusing on pinball for now. So, all right, thanks everybody for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Obviously, Adams earlier, and now the Shadow. And we'll continue tearing this thing apart, and it should look super nice and shiny when we're done. And I'm really excited about the LEDs and spot towers that we're going to add in, the LED strips underneath to really lighten up the playfield. So we'll see how it turns out, but I'm pretty excited. So, all right, thanks everybody. Have a good night.